this community was unbelievable and so supportive, and it came to me at such a critical time too.
I've never had a friendship or a strong relationship with any other SIBs before, so this was a really unique experience for me because it gave me room to process thoughts and emotions that I have not been able to process before.
I think one of the most unique things about the STP program is that in every session we would give each other the permission to openly share about hard things or difficult things or sad things. And I would share something that I was frustrated by with the group, and I was met with a sea of nodding faces from people who had experienced similar things and had those same frustrations.
Getting coaching as part of the cohort program was the first coaching I've ever done, and I can't imagine having done it with someone who wasn't a SIB, because I talked so much with my coach about sibling things that I was able to just dive right into without having to first explain the experience of being a sibling and all the things that means for my role in my family and my role in the world.
You know, it's like the concept or the act of code switching. You know, showing up to these meetings, I don't really have to do that. Like, you know, I get to be more of myself. You know, I spend less time explaining, spend more of it just being validated for my experience.
And to just really feel like, okay, this person's getting it. And that's something that I didn't know that it was missing. I really didn't. And this community has brought so many pieces together for me.
Anti-ableism is something I think about now, and I still have a lot to learn, but being actively anti-ableist is something that STP gave me a vocabulary for.
It's an important set of values that we want to be in the world, and discussing them among siblings has been very interesting because we have a very particular way of seeing things. It's not just about the principles of things, but also the practical application of those principles.
I really enjoyed working on some of the curriculum for the anti-ableism, and what was great about that was that I was also able to deepen my own consciousness, or expand my own consciousness rather, about, you know, ableism that I had never thought about with regards to my siblings.
STP also gave me the support I needed to discuss more important conversations and hot topics with my parents, like guardianship and what our future looks like, because I am the only SIB to my sister.
I've put myself on the back burner quite a bit throughout my teen and adult years so far, and it's been because I've been taking care of my brother and let myself get lost. So my relationship with myself has definitely improved, and I've learned to take time for myself and do things that I need to be the best person for everyone else.
Future planning conversations can be really difficult because the future always feels like the future, and being able to articulate with my parents that in many ways the future is now, and the needs that used to be future needs are now my brother's present day needs, has been a shift in our conversations.
Through my conversations with the other SIBs in STP, I was able to really talk about those conversations that I had felt really uncomfortable bringing up before. And I also feel like I had better tools for how to approach it, and also like what resources are out there that we could also leverage and use as siblings. So I would tell anybody who's interested in the next cohort, 3 words: cloak of validation. I think was the best summary for just how we all felt supported by all of the other SIBs.
In addition to that, it has given me a lot more confidence, making me a better sister and allowing me to have a stronger relationship with my sister today.
I think for me, the thing that's coming to mind is kind of an analogy where it's like, I don't know if you guys have seen like trees that like grow too close to fences and they become like, once they're like big full trees, the fence is like completely woven into the trunk and you can't extract it. For me, I think my whole life I've felt like this fence, my brother and my siblingness was like this fence that kind of ran through me and I grew up around it. My siblingness was like who I was in spite of disability. Coming to know like other siblings, it's like that fence gets long. There isn't that sort of tension between the body that I've become or the person that I've become and the fence that kind of runs through me. But then the fence becomes something to follow, to see where else it can lead.
You really get to understand what everyone else is going through and how it relates to you. If it relates to you, how someone that is across the country is going through the exact same thing that you are.
I like to know people from many other parts of the US and the world, and sharing experiences that are very common among us, even though we come from very different backgrounds.
My heart, you can't see, touching my heart just is so full. Just even when I think about all the relationships I've built and the changes I've seen in myself, and just kind of what we're working toward going forward.
I see myself and my life story reflected in their stories, and I really believe that I have found a community that is going to be lasting for a lifetime.